And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to UCW-Zero. I'm Josh Damian alongside Jeff Reed. We're glad to have you back here. And this is an interesting triple threat match, Jeff. It's a #1 contenders match. However, each competitor is fighting for a different title. You see here Dallas Murdock. Dallas Murdock, if he wins the match, he will become the #1 contender to the UCW-Zero championship. If Chip wins this match, then he and the Deacon of Doom become the new #1 contenders to the UCW-Zero tag titles.
Interesting.
Yeah, and if Zack James wins this match, then he becomes the new #1 contender to the UCW Cruiserweight Championship. So it's basically, if you're a gambling man, this is a gambling match.
Yeah, when I hear you say that, what it reminds me of is that the stakes are very high. A triple threat match, one of the most unpredictable, hard matches to wrestle. But with the stakes as they are in this match, where you're fighting for a #1 contender spot, I just think there's going to be a lot of aggression, a lot of intensity in a matchup that's exactly what it's for. A triple threat. This should be a great matchup here.
Well, and you know what? The other thing is that it gives each competitor a different and unique motivation, but at the same time, they're all the same because, in a sense, gold is on the line here. I mean, if Dallas Murdock loses this match and Chip wins, then Dallas Murdock knows who his next competitor is for his tag titles.
Yeah, so as a betting man, Josh, who would you bet on in this matchup?
Oh, man. I mean, you know what? Dallas Murdock, I've always said, is one of the toughest competitors that we have in our locker room. At the same time, though, I mean, you've got two unfair advantages, with Zack James having Sierra Rose here at ringside, and Chip having the Deacon of Doom and Chip's girlfriend, Daisha Monroe, out here. So it's a little bit different, especially because you never know. Teams may tag team up. But if I was a betting man, it wouldn't surprise me to see Dallas Murdock be able to overcome the odds. What about you?
Oh, that was a very political, long-winded answer, Josh. I'm just going to go for Dallas Murdock. Dallas Murdock, as you can see, look at this. Pillar to post, beating up both these competitors. Look at those chops. Look at the fury in those chops and the intelligence to go along. I'm going with Dallas Murdock in this matchup.
Well, you know what? 'Tis the season for political arguments, so that was my thought process on that one. But
you must be practicing. You're practicing. Are you running?
Oh, look at that. Dallas Murdock with the slam there into the corner. Beautiful execution there. And it looks like both of us are making money.
Oh, wow. I don't know how to describe that. A very compromising position for both competitors there.
Oh, man. And
speaking of compromising positions.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Chip is one of those guys where he always seems to be in a compromising position, as Dallas Murdock is now the one in quite the compromising position. And, oh, man, big elbow.
Very innovative maneuver there, putting Dallas Murdock prone on the top rope and then coming off with a springboard back elbow. Very impressive from Chip. I don't think I've ever seen him use that maneuver before.
Yeah, Chip's, it's one thing that he has that alternative lifestyle that we've talked so much about, but he's very, the term is high risk, high reward. I feel that he's very high risk in the sense that, he'll go out and he'll try something and it'll be like a high-flying maneuver, or it'll just be something that he's trying for the first time, but you know what? He'll still do it.
He's very eccentric. I'll give him that. Very eccentric competitor with his ring attire, his lifestyle. And speaking of chops, look at now. They are teeing off on Dallas Murdock in the corner, trading chops. You mentioned team up, teamwork. That's exactly what Zack James and Chip are doing to Dallas Murdock right now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I mean, if this team's going to continue, then who knows? You may even get the competitors out on the outside. This match could become a 5-on-1.
Yeah, very unfair. And you got to wonder where Cassidy is in all this. I mean, the other competitors coming out with their managers, coming out with their tag team partners. Dallas Murdock is coming out alone.
You got that exactly right, as James goes for the pinfall there. And then that's the other thing, is that when you have these two competitors who are technically facing each other, but they're going to team up to take out another competitor, that gets to the point where it's like, well, who's going to win the match?
Yeah, you mentioned it. This is one fall to a finish. And as you can see, maybe alliance right now forming between Zack James and Chip. But that alliance with the structure of this matchup cannot last because there can only be one competitor. Oh, look at that maneuver.
Wow, yeah, that was a great leg drop there off the second rope. And then look at this, James now going for the pin.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. both these competitors, they're not stupid. They know for them to win, the other two competitors need to lose.
And the thing is, you know what? It's exactly what we were saying. Both competitors in Chip and Zack James have something on the line here. Double clothesline from Dallas Murdock. Beautiful stuff there. But it's exactly like we were saying. You know, all these competitors have one goal, and that is to become the next number one contender. So a tag team is not necessarily efficient.
Oh, and look at that, a jumping stomp thrust driving the face of Dallas Murdock into the mat. I love that maneuver by Zack James.
Yeah, it's really great. It's been really effective for Zack James as well, and it's something that we're seeing more and more in his arsenal. As Chip and Zack James now not exactly getting along at the moment.
And while they do that, giving Dallas Murdock time to recover, but look at that, a double punch in the corner, and maybe they'll get back on the same page here and agree to take Dallas Murdock out, and then it becomes a singles match, one-on-one.
Yeah, definitely an effective strategy, but only if they can actually stay together and cooperate. As Zack James in the corner now, Chip down, and
a double cross. Looks like he was trying to prod Zack James in for a double team maneuver, and then he just took advantage with a big boot.
And that's exactly why their tag team strategy isn't going to work in this match, and that's why my money's on Dallas Murdock. When there is no trust between two competitors, even if they are tag teaming another competitor, you know, there's no trust there. Chip is going to get the pinfall right here and only get a 2 count. Later on, maybe they tag team up again, and Zack James takes the advantage.
Interesting perspective there, Josh. What Josh is trying to say is it's all about trust. And in a triple threat match, that trust does not exist.
Once again, me with the political side of things.
Yeah, big reversal there by Dallas Murdock. He scoops him up. Oh, and a big sidewalk slam. Dallas Murdock needs to recover here. He's been beat down by both competitors. And it looks like Zack James in your far corner looks to be climbing up to the top rope.
Yeah,
what could he be going for?
He's the only man on his feet, or he was for a second there. And
I think he was going for a lip lock again.
I think he was too. And oh man, it looks like Chip and Zack James are not going to be getting along anytime soon here.
And that was the look of Chip. He said, "What are you doing?" And he started to beat Zack James up, and now he's going up to the top rope.
Maybe looking for a top rope suplex here as Zack James is just getting his face punched in. And
when you go up to the top rope, as you know, high risk, high reward. What's Dallas Murdock? He slides in. What could this be? Oh, a Tower of Doom, a power bomb with a superplex at the top. What a maneuver, bringing the crowd to their feet, and a very resourceful maneuver by Dallas Murdock.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good call there as Murdock was able to take advantage of the situation. Dallas Murdock, the only man to his feet at this point, and it looks like Dallas Murdock lost some time on the top rope.
Dallas Murdock scaling the top rope. What could he be going for?
Well, I'm a betting man, so I'm going to bet a big double leg drop.
And he's got to go for a pin on either competitor. They're fit for the taking, but Sierra Rose and Dacia on the apron distracting the referee. I think Dallas Murdock would have this matchup.
And now we got a fight on the outside.
I guess is that called a cat fight? Are we going to call that a cat fight, John?
I believe that is called a cat fight, but look at that, in the ring, Dallas Murdock has the pin. Referee Maya, 2. Oh, man. And you know what? Everyone at home knows that Dallas Murdock was on him for more than 2 seconds. And Zack James able to get his foot on the ropes there. Dallas Murdock had this match won, and I had money won.
Yeah, I was distracted. The referee obviously distracted. And Dallas Murdock pays the price. It looks like he had the victory in the palm of his hand, but it escapes because the referee distracted by the shenanigans going on outside the ring.
Dallas Murdock with a little bit more work to do. Dallas Murdock with those chops to the chest of Zack James. And an Irish whip here into the corner. And looks like Dallas Murdock is going to take Chip for a ride as well.
Samoan drop, perfectly executed there. Dallas Murdock, he's got the chance. Looks like Chip's down, he clotheslines. Oh, but he goes over the top as well and crashes hard to the concrete floor.
Chip is the only competitor in the ring at the moment.
And Deacon trying to comfort his buddy here, tell him this match is yours. What can Chip do? He's got to drag one of his competitors into the ring to get the pinfall, which when they're both dead weight on the outside is no small feat.
No doubt about that. Zack James, of course, is in our cruiserweight division. I believe Chip is as well, but Dallas Murdock is not. Dallas Murdock is a heavyweight. That's about 400 pounds of competitor there.
Oh, they're trading right hands on the outside of the ring. And Chip goes up to the top rope. He comes. Oh, did you see the hang time on that?
Oh, no doubt about that. Rivals most NFL punters, I'll tell you that much. What goes up must come down, and right now all three competitors are down.
And this is a definite turning point in the matchup. All three competitors sprawled out on the concrete floor. Who is going to be able to recover, show that resilience, climb back in the ring, and score that deciding maneuver to get the pinfall and become the #1 contender for their respective championship?
Multiple #1 competitorships are on the line right now, and it looks like, I don't know if this is smart strategy, but it looks like Zack James and Chip are going to team up one more time.
I think they've tried this before, and the results were not exactly favorable.
Yeah, you got that exactly right. And Zack James, oh man, he hit the back of his head in those stairs.
Not only taking a super kick to the face, but falling with the back of his head into those industrial strength steel plates. What a maneuver there.
Shots being traded back and forth between Dallas Murdock and, man, Chip's head going face first into the canvas now. These competitors have got to get back in the ring. If Dallas Murdock wants to be the new #1 contender to the UCW-Zero Championship, he needs to score a pinfall now.
And that's exactly what he plans on. Oh, he got a 2 count. Chip able to just shed his shoulder off the mat. I think if Dallas Murdock would have been able to hook a leg there, I think he could have had the victory.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Zack James still on the outside. I'm not sure Zack James is 100% there, which means that it is a one-on-one contest in the ring between Dallas Murdock and Chip.
What a clothesline. Did you see the velocity he flew at Chip there? Dallas Murdock needs to hit that maneuver, that one maneuver to put Chip away and put him away for good, and I think that's it. Big boot right to the face. Dallas Murdock needs to go for a pinfall here.
Dallas Murdock has got something that a lot of guys don't have, and that's an extra tank. But while we got the distraction from Jason Monroe, and oh man, the Deacon of Doom using that Bible belt to take out Dallas Murdock. Murdock is down, and there are 2 other competitors in the ring, and it looks like Chip with a punch just to Zack James. Zack James is clearly not 100% there, but it looks like Chip is going to go to the top rope.
Chip, like a vulture, gonna prey on the carcass of Dallas Murdock after taking that belt shot right to a frog splash. 1, 2. Did he get it?
Yeah, he got it. Referee Maya calling for the bell, and we have new #1 contenders to the UCW-Zero Tag Team Championship in in Chip and the Deacon of Doom.
Zack James just a fraction of a second too late to break up that pinfall, and there's your winner in the center of the ring with his tag team partner, #1 contender tag team partner, the Deacon of Doom, and their manager, Daisha.
And you know what, though, in my mind, the real winner of this match is actually Dallas Murdock, because he knows who his #1 contenders are to his tag title. He and Cassidy are going to have an advantage because they have scoped out these competitors before, scouted them, and they know what they're all about. They're not, you know, necessarily going to not cheat in this match. Who knows? Maybe Daisha will interfere. A title will get thrown in the ring. They know what they can expect, and especially with Dallas Murdock going one-on-one with Chip here, he's got Chip's card in this match.
Yeah, Chip the victor, but Dallas Murdock with an agenda of vengeance, and that'll come to head in an upcoming Tag Team Championship match with that man, the Deacon of Doom and Chip, against the Regulators, Dallas Murdock and Cassidy.
Stay tuned. More to come.
BR Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero, Utah's best live pro wrestling action in Salt Lake City, Utah. September 22nd, October 6th, October 20th at the UCW Training Center, 47 South Orange Street. Tickets are $10 for general admission and $3 for kids 6 and under. Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 6:30 p.m. For more information, go to www.ucw-zero.com or call 801-699-7977. And remember, do not try this at home. We are trained professionals. Leave it to us. We are Ultra Championship Wrestling Zero. Motivational pain.